I was there just a couple weeks ago as the Iron Hill Museum celebrated their new signage on their African American history trail and the Eagle Scout who made it all happen.
I'm just proud to see that the project is completed in the way that it looks. It really makes me proud.
Again, this was just February 24th, but now,
in about 2 weeks time period, that was destroyed.
The museum highlights the spot in Newark where a community of free black families started in the 1830s and the tiny building where generations of their children went to school. The president of the organization that owns the museum and trails says that in the overnight hours of the weekend, someone came through and ripped apart all of the scouts' hard work. State funding had helped to pay for the project.
The information sign that was on here was very carefully unscrewed from all four corners and then ripped off.
The vandal or vandals tore down some of the signposts. They ripped some of the signs in half. They destroyed a bench. We're talking about $8,000 worth of damage.
We have someone in mind, and it is not random.
Robin says she doesn't believe racism was the motivation for ripping down the African American trail signs. In fact, she says this is actually just the latest in a long line of incidents that began over 2.5 years ago. She says every time they put up new surveillance cameras, they are stolen. They've had the locks cut on their sheds, and the window of the shed was smashed and now has to be covered with plywood.
I think it's an individual who has a personal vendetta against us for some other reasons that I cannot go into.
Delaware State Police are now involved and will be working to catch the person or people responsible. In the meantime, organization leaders are bummed to spend more money on repairs and security and to take time away from their main goals of welcoming visitors and kids on class trips. They just want the person who is doing all this to stop.
Just let us alone. Let us do our thing. We're not hurting him at all.
In Newark, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.